number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and the weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up.
A very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us on today's edition of Fair Play. Fair Play is that program that comes to you from NTA Channel 12, Uyo. And here we bring you everything sports. And like you know, sports is not a one-day event, but of course a rundown of activities. And we will be bringing you up to speed with these activities that did happen from last week into the weekend and up to today. My name is Dianime Uku. I'm not going to be doing this alone. I have my jolly friend, my jolly good fellow, John Paul Alumona, also here. Together we'll be doing sports this afternoon. Good afternoon, John Paul. Good to have you join me.
Good afternoon, Dianime. Nice to be here.
And then let's just get started. First, we'll fly to England, where the FA Cup did hold over the weekend. Yeah, some matches were played, and some matches, okay, about one match will be played today. We'll bring you up to speed with the result of that particular one. We will go around Europe as usual. We'll come back home to discuss the NWFL, that's the National Women's Premier League, and also, of course, we will discuss the NPFL, the Nigeria Premier Football League. Then we'll come back home to discuss some school sports, football at the grassroots. For me, that's about the best that I often get to watch. Whether you watch them on the TV, whether you watch them live in the stadium, you get to feel somewhat when you watch them. Very good, very good, very good football. But let's go first to England to bring you up to speed with the FA Cup that did happen over the weekend. John Paul, if you have the fixtures as did happen over the weekend, you can bring us up to speed. And of course, let's get to begin from there.
Okay, thank you, Dianime. As it's already in our screen, Newcastle United lost 1-2 to Brighton and Hove Albion, while Manchester United played a 1-1 draw with Fulham, though they lost via penalty. Then on Saturday, we had Crystal Palace 3, Millwall FC 1. Then we also had Preston North End 3, Burnley 0. Then in another match we have AFC Bournemouth 5, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. They had already played a 1-1 draw during the regulation time. Then at the other end, Manchester City defeated Plymouth Argyle 3-1. That was the result of the FA Cup as seen on your screen.
Alright, we did have some very interesting games go on, not just this particular ones as have been mentioned. Today there will also be a match, but we caught some of the clips and we'll bring them up to you. We had Calvin Bassey, that's Manchester United against Fulham. It was 1-1 in regulation time, and it was our own Calvin Bassey that did score that goal. We can bring us up to speed, or we will bring us up to speed in the course of this program with the videos as the goals did come, how Calvin Bassey did score the goals, and of course it ended in penalties where Fulham defeated Manchester United. Let us not forget Manchester United are the reigning FA Cup champions. They currently hold the FA Cup, but unfortunately they've been knocked out of that tournament, so and that's the end of the road for them. We can see the goals as of course the goals did happen on the screen as quickly as possible, so we know exactly what Calvin Bassey, which we're expecting to make the Super Eagles squad, what he did do with Fulham. He's had a very good run so far. He's been scoring goals, even as a defender. He's been helping Fulham to win matches, and of course they're doing well in the English Premier League. It's a good one for him. It's a good one for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We're having our consistent defender scoring and also contributing positively to the victory of his team is a good one for us. And we hope when he comes for match fixtures for World Cup qualifier, he will translate that form to the national team. We expect that from there we will move very quickly to the La Liga. There were some games also in the La Liga, and of course what really did happen in the La Liga that was very interesting for me was the fact that Real Betis defeated Real Madrid. And let's also look at the fixtures as did happen. Currently, because of that loss, Barcelona are now top of the La Liga with just 1 point. Then we have Atletico Madrid comes second, then Real Madrid are third on the log. But of course, away from what we're seeing on our screen with the table as things stand, we did have our own Sadiq Umar, who was out for it. I mean, he had this very bad injury and he was out for a very long time. He came back and he had not just one goal, but he scored a brace against, that was Osasuna versus Valencia. Valencia were leading, and at some point Osasuna came, equalized, and were leading, but he was on ground to ensure that Valencia did get a point at Osasuna in that particular one. Should he be called up for the Super Eagles encounter this month? No, I commend him for that superlative form, but a brace, and then but I don't subscribe for him to come back to the national team. Why? We have three dressers doing very well. We have Victor Osimhen doing very well. Victor Boniface is also in a good form, though he has not shown that in the national team. But Sadiq Umar, over the years, he has not proven himself to be a player for the national team. Well, but no, because I want you to understand something. It's not just when he scores, any player that scores in his club, then we bring him to the national team. It doesn't work that way. But remember, Paul Onachu is a very clinical, and we used to see him in the national team. I agree. We also need to look at the team standing. What is the psychology of the team at the moment? If the psychology of the team is good enough, it helps boost the players' morale. So if currently the Valencia backroom staff are doing a good job and the locker room is good enough, the locker room is intact, and they're coming out, they're getting all of the goals. Yes, he's back from injury, so you can't write him off entirely. No, I'm not writing him off. When Real Sociedad, he was scoring goals before he took that long. Sure, but remember in 2018 World Cup, Wilfred Ndidi, our what they call it, Leicester City midfielder and Super Eagles assistant captain, he was brought in for the World Cup proper. And then because he was recovering from injury, he could not play to his optimal. Do you understand? The level in which he played was not what was expected of him, and it affected the team generally. I have forgotten this coach that said it's better to play a player that is very, very fit, 100% fit, than playing maybe world best that is half fit. It's a different thing. Well, I choose to differ a bit. If you look at, let us assume that the player is playing for Southampton. Southampton, that is rock bottom currently. They can still have a good player there. Of course, they can still have a good player. But what is the temperament of that team, given the fact that they have straight losses? They've lost a number of matches. Then for this other team, an average player in a team like I said earlier, they are winning with their backroom staff and their locker room intact, and they are winning matches. So you look at the mentality of the player. I understand, but you remember, national team is a collective. A collective group of players from different parts of the world, and then comparatively look at other players in Sadiq's wing. Do you understand? So will you bench Victor Osimhen for Sadiq? No. Will you bench three dressers? In all fairness, even statistics by score, Victor Ban and all that. So yes, even Victor Boniface, with all fairness to him, despite the fact that he has not scored for us in the nation. But if you look at him, if you put him one-on-one with Sadiq Umar, nobody will choose Sadiq Umar, So that's the point I'm making. And then we've seen the new coach going around the different venues watching the MPFL.
So there are some good players in NPFL that can compete with him.
Well, you've mentioned Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen over the weekend also did score a brace.
Yeah, good.
That was against Kasim Pasa, where our man Kenneth Omero is now playing his trade.
Sure.
Unfortunately, Kenneth Omero was not in that lineup, but that game ended 3-3. Victor Osimhen scored a brace, but that was not enough to help Galatasaray get all 3 points. But then, even with the 3-3 draw, Galatasaray are still top of the Super League in Turkey. So it's an all clear for Victor Osimhen to be called to the Super Eagles.
100%. You know, being the immediate past African Football of the Year, and his commitment whenever he adores the national team color, you know how he even if he's not playing, he has a way of gingering his teammates to do it. So that is on that basis that I'm saying, okay, because of the fact that we have some better players in that wing for now, Sadio Kumar could be asked to concentrate his club. Then subsequently, after the Nations Cup it will soon come in December and all that. So we may have him.
Okay, so let's move very quickly back home and let's look at the female football team. So far, we have Ibom Angels, who are also playing in the women's league, and of course they're not doing badly. A couple of wins, couple of losses, and a couple of draws. We have that on the screen currently as we speak. Remo Stars ladies 4-1 in the last game that was played on Wednesday, 26th February. They defeated Nasarawa Amazons 4-1. We had Dennis ladies losing at home to Abia Angels. And let's move very quick to where we have Ibom Angels. Ibom Angels did lose away to Delta Queens. And of course, we still have the same problem. Ibom Angels, Aqua United, they are not winning their home games, and it is affecting their current standings on the log.
It's actually a big concern, and I believe I know it will not be football is not rocket science, and I know it won't be magic, but with the swearing of the coming on board of the new commissioner, I believe a lot will be done. Yes.
Okay, now let us look at the table. There are two tables because currently in the NWFL,
Group A.
There's the Group A and there's the Group B. Ibom Angels are in Group B, but let us look first as things stand in Group A. Remo Stars ladies are top of that Group A with 19 points from 7 matches. We have Edo Queens second with 17, Abia Angels third with 12, Nasarawa Amazons are fourth with 12 too. We have
Abia Angels.
Abia Angels are 13. Then Nasarawa Amazons are 12. Ekiti Queens are 9. We have
Heartland Queens.
We have Heartland Queen, Dana's Ladies, Confluence Queen. Then to Group B, where we have our own Ibom Angels. Things are not looking very good for
it. It's not looking
look at all. Where they stand currently 6th on the log. Rivers Angels are 17. Top of the log with 17
points.
Bayelsa Queens, Delta Queens, Niger Rattles, FC Robo Queens, then Ibom Angels are 6th on the log. What is really happening? Let's go first to that Group A, where we have Remo Stars ladies. On the men's group, we also have Remo Stars
doing very well,
topping the league, and it's looking like it's an all clear already for them.
Sure.
With the way they are going, they win away from home, they draw away from home, they also win away from home. So it means that they can comfortably carry the NPFL this season for the men.
Possible.
Their women are also doing the same thing.
I think their management must be commended. It's a result of a deliberate managerial effort. You know, they planned how it will work. Even if you watch the ladies, they take flight to most of the matches they go on. They dress very well. All these little things. You may say it may not matter, but it matters a lot. It matters because the way they are being managed and the way they are being taken care of, and the quality in which the management are bringing into the club also. And I'm happy for them because the results are there showing the fact that they are not playing. But for Ibom Angels, it's actually very scary. They just came back from the relegation, and then I don't want to say they're heading back there, but from the way things are going, it's not looking very good at all.
Well, let us move very quickly from the female wing to the male, given our time.
Yes.
Some matches did happen, not just over the weekend, but from midweek last week. We did see some games in the NPFL, and match day 27 will finish today. Then from there we'll go to match day 28, we have some matches that did happen, especially from Saturday. Let's bring you up to speed. Sunshine Stars defeated Kwara United by 4 goals to 2. Abia Warriors played a 1-1 against Nasarawa United. Kano Pillars defeated Rangers International by 2 goals to 1. Same result by Elsa United against Bendel Insurance. Eyimba defeated Niger Tornadoes away from home by 0 to 1. Then Remo Stars, they're still firing from all cylinders, defeating Plateau United by 1 goal to nothing. Ikorodu City defeated Heartland by 2 goals to nothing. Then today, what we know in football as Monday Night Football, we'll have El Kanemi Warriors take up the Lobby Stars. We'll have Akwa United, our own darling team, here at home take on Katsina United. That match will be played at 3 o'clock. Then Shooting Stars will be up against Rivers United. What are we expecting from Akwa United?
I'm expecting a good outing from Akwa United. Unfortunately, they don't go their way last time that they lost to Rivers United. So they drew. No, but I consider it a loss because it was at home.
It was a home.
Yeah, so
and they were expected to
win.
They
obviously lost 2 points at home. So permit me to put it that way. But all the same, we thank God that they were able to come back and at least they went home goal.
What will the other team?
No, they also thank God for going home with a point. But my point is that today, the match by 3 p.m. this afternoon is an opportunity for Akwa United to even defeat these guys. If they can score 4 or 5 goals, that the era or no,
that was the
time of
Akwa United scored.
But it's possible.
Goals.
No, I know, but it's possible because that idea of wasting opportunities and allowing the fan to shout, it doesn't make sense. So this is an opportunity. Katsina United, they are not very strong in the NPFL so far. So this is an opportunity for Akwa United. At least if they can get 3 or 4 goals, it will be good because looking at the table already and where they are on the red zone, that goals may somehow count when the Chiefs are down. So
no,
I'm expecting. And then let me also comment on the Enyimba away, the only away victory. Yes, so you can see the what they call the quality of champions. The boys are gradually being separated from the men. Because that away 3 point, it's a lot.
But then they are not the first to do that.
I know, Remo, they've done it. But remember, yes, not twice.
They've been very consistent
in winning away.
They've either won away from home or they've drawn away from home. I recall the last time they came here, they played Akwa United.
And the 3 points.
Yes, they defeated Akwa United. They went back home victorious. So, like I'll always say, it's an all clear for them. Because if you look at the table the way it stands, Remo Stars are on top of the league very comfortably with 54 points. Almost
12 points.
Then you look at the gap between them.
So a team actually needs, Rivers United needs consistent 4 wins.
Then what will Remo Stars be doing?
No, I'm just saying, to even come close to them. So it's actually a good one. But in football, there's still time, 27 matches out of 34 or so. Something can still happen. But I know if they continue like this, they will go home with the trophy.
Look at the way Akwa United are currently. Akwa United are 19th on the log with
24 points. And then those on the 18th, Sunshine, they are 18th with 31 points.
Then you look at Lobby Stars.
Okay.
Underneath, 20th on the log with 23 points. Then let us look at where Katsina United, the team that will be coming to play against Akwa today,
on the 14th position.
Currently, they are on the 14th position
with 33 points.
So you see the gap. You see, there's a problem already. If you look at Lobby Stars and Akwa United, how many matches will Akwa United have to win
to even meet up
to 18th position? So they're in a precarious situation.
Yes, and I pray the players of Akwa United will not watch the table because psychologically it will actually affect them psychologically.
Why will they not watch the table?
No.
Recall the last interview we had with the coach with Coach Umar. He said they're not looking at the table, and I was just laughing. How will a coach not look at the table?
No. Wait, the coach will look, but the players. The danger is that psychologically, if they look at it, they are already defeated against Katsina United. Look at it now.
Well,
do you understand? They are going to focus on the game and ensure that they get 3 points. Believe you me, if they get 3 points, that they will be on 27 points, still on 19th position actually. But it's not. If they can get it going forward, we can expect something.
We have our fingers crossed because it's a very dicey situation for Akwa United, given where they are, given the number of points they have accumulated in as much games as they have played. It's a very difficult situation. Now let us come back home where we're going to wrap things up. Currently in Akwa Ibom State, there is this inter-secondary schools football tournament going on, and it is organized by the State Football Association, the State FA, and of course, the commissioner has spoken very loftily about this idea. The governor of the state has also spoken very loftily about this idea, that he expects that we will go back to the grassroots to harness our talents and see how we can, of course, groom them to becoming world champions. Currently, as we speak, there was that particular match that did hold. The tournament is holding at the Uyo Township Stadium, and Uyo High School had defeated State College of Ikorekpene on penalties.
Yes.
So currently, as we speak, the finals will be expected in the coming days.
Yes, on the 11th.
Yes. So currently, what do we expect from this tournament?
It's for me generally the idea, the rationale behind the competition proper. We've achieved it because catching them young. There are some young players that have demonstrated exceptional skills, and then if you want to get the best players at right age, you know, some countries have accused Nigeria of age cheating and all that. But with this kind of approach by the Akwa Ibom State government, Akwa Ibom Minister of what they call it, FA, and also no, it's not Akwa Ibom government too. Exactly, government because of the secondary school education
the Minister of
and all that.
The FA.
Yes, so it's all like comparison. It's a good one. It's a good move, and I believe with this, Akwa Ibom will rule the world. I'm telling you, because okay, look at that first Akwa Ibom State Sports Festival. You know what he produced, the likes of Imabo, that young lady, Okon, and all that. So with this one, my brother will get the next JJ and the rest.
Now we have some names already whenever we talk about school sports. And whenever we talk about maybe the Governor's Cup, we have currently in Akwa United Wisdom Dune,
sure,
who came out from the Governor's Cup. We also have Anubong Essien, the one we know as Kante.
Yes,
he's a product of the Governor's Cup. Then if we date back to history, the likes of Akaran Dodoro, who is now a coach
of Akwa
United, is a product, is a function of the Governor's Cup. Now, so it means from this stage, from the inter-school sport, we'll be looking forward to the Governor's Cup, and because there needs to be some transitioning.
Sure.
Then from there, we should expect to see them in the under 13, the national under 13 team, national under 15, national under 17, under 19, under 23. Under 21, 23,
yes.
Then of course into the Super Eagles team. Can we maintain this level of movement, this steady movement up the ladder, so that ultimately we can have these ones in the Super Eagles team?
Very well, it's all about management. And I believe now with the right man on the saddle, he will ensure, Paul Basi, he will ensure that there's that, progression, steady progression, to ensure that the young boys and girls that they will be, because it's actually a competition for the boys and girls. So the young ladies and young boys and girls that will be discovered from this competition, they can be nurtured into the mainstream professional football. I believe so.
Well, it's my hope that first of all, as we go out today to support Akwa United against Katsina United, they will get the win.
3 points. No argument. No. There's nothing to even argue about.
Then on March 11, we will also be filing out to the Uyo Township Stadium to see these boys.
Yes.
JP, I have watched these boys. I watched their semi-finals. You needed to see the brilliant, the exceptional display from these young boys. They were very fantastic to watch. Now, my concern, it's the fact that the role of parenting, because for instance, not all our parents would want our children or our siblings to go into sports.
Yeah, but let me cut you there. The truth is that the orientation is already there, the publicity is already there. People know that it's no longer about being a medical doctor or a barrister. Look at Samuel Chukwueze and the rest. You don't need to be a doctor to feed your parents or feed your family. So most parents now even pray and wish that their words will be footballer, because they will spend less. Nothing like paying school fees, nothing like a little thing. They will spend any money.
Now, on the part of governments, I recall in the last administration that the last administration did invest a bit in school sports.
Sure.
And that made us see places like the Westitan, the sports complex in Westitan. Now that was supposed to go around the 10 federal constituencies, so that these children can grow in education and sport. Like we see the likes of Alex Iwobi.
Yes.
Can we have this happen in this administration, education and sports?
It's very possible with the new administration. And remember, sports ministry have been separated from youth ministry, and the collaboration of these two, I believe the sky will be the beginning point of sports in Akwa Ibom.
All right, so we're looking forward and we're expecting the very best for our darling Akwa United and of course our young lads who are involved in the inter-school sports. It's a wrap on Fair Play this afternoon. Thank you so much for being a part. My name is Dianime Uko, and from my colleague
John Paul Alumona. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being a part of today's program. And until next week, by this time, God willing, we'll come your way again. Have a good afternoon.